Welcome to the October episode of County Connection, where we talk about events, programs, and services offered by Summit County Government. We have a great show lined up for this episode. We're going to be talking about a fun Halloween event, how to vote this election season, and a fun event coming up to get to know the plow operator who keeps your streets clean. Thanks for joining us. For our first segment of this October episode, we're going to be talking about a fun Halloween event coming up this month. And here to tell us all about it is Regan Wood, your county coroner. Welcome, Regan.
Thank you, Julie.
So, Regan, coming up at the end of October is the 4th annual Summit County Coroner's Cemetery Tour and Zombie Ball. So tell me, what's this event all about?
Well, it begins on Friday, October 25th at 5 o'clock at the Frisco Historic Park. We partner with them for Nightmare at the Museum. We have staff that dress up all in the costumes of the souls from bygone days of Frisco that are buried at the Frisco Cemetery. We mingle and get to know people at the Frisco Historic Park, and then at 6:30 we head on down to the cemetery where we are all staged for a cemetery tour to give you a little insight into the lives of those souls and past people.
And so at the Frisco Cemetery, there are some very old graves there, right?
Yes, there are. We have, I will be playing William Staley. We have Helen and Bob Foote. We have a couple other characters that are buried there from Frisco's past that were pioneers, basically, in the Frisco and back in the Gold Rush days.
Cool.
And we tell their story and how they met their demise.
Awesome. So it's a super fun Halloween event, as well as providing some really interesting insights into Frisco's history.
Yeah, it's got some historical facts, and we talk about the history of Frisco. And then we move on to the 10 Mile Music Hall, and we will be featuring 2 live musicians this year. The Bo Thomas Band and Horizon Line will be performing starting at 8:30.
Great. And those are some local bands?
Local musicians, and they've donated their time to come play for us to help us raise some money. And we're going to be having a zombie superhero contest at 10:30. So everybody is welcome to dress up as their favorite zombie tourist or superhero, and they can either be in the contest or they can just come along and participate in the event. There'll be lots of dancing and music. We have a big silent auction, and there will be a signature zombie drink for sale at the event.
Awesome. So for the costume contest, you're encouraging folks to dress up as the zombie version of their favorite superhero. So if that's a zombie Wonder Woman or a zombie Black Panther.
Yeah, it seems that the superhero theme is a craze right now, so we thought we'd incorporate that, and I've had a lot of people are very excited already and getting ready, their costumes ready. You can also come as just regular costume. It's a party, and we won't turn anybody away that's in costume, but the theme is zombie superheroes this year.
Awesome. So this is a fundraiser for the Survivor Support Program. So what's this program about?
Well, we started this in 2016 at the coroner's office, and it is to provide services to people that are on scene when there's an unexpected death here in Summit County. That could be locals or that could be visitors. Unfortunately, a lot of the time it is visitors that are here and experience an unexpected death, and they really don't have a support system. They don't have their family and friends around. They're a little lost as what the next steps are and where do we go from here. So we provide all sorts of services. We can return rental cars. We help them work out their plane tickets, all of the things that you never want to deal with on a vacation or a family reunion out here. We have services where we can move them to different rooms if they were in a hotel and somebody passed away in the room they were in and they're uncomfortable. We make sure they're not alone and they feel supported, and our staff will stay with them through the night if that's what needs to be until they can get somebody from their family or one of their own support service people out here. We just provide a myriad of services. We try to make sure that they're staying hydrated, they're very stressed out. It's probably one of the worst days of their life.
Yeah.
And things like eating and drinking water, just basic needs, get forgotten, and resting. And so we try just to stay with them and make sure that they're being taken care of and having all of their questions answered and can know where to go from there. Because it's very overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm sure. And it's maybe something that a service that most people wouldn't necessarily think of off the bat for the coroner's office to provide.
No, we're pretty unique, yeah, with that. I started this program, like I said, in 2016, and there are a few offices around the state that are starting to incorporate their own. I know Park County has, they call it the care team, that goes out on scene also, and it's becoming a more prevalent idea because there are people that need to have some services, and
Right.
the death investigators are on scene, are busy investigating the death and dealing with that end of it. And we don't want to forget anybody. And we also take care of all the pets too that are left behind and make sure that they get taken care of.
Cool. Well, it sounds like a really amazing program.
It is, and our staff tends to really get a lot out of it. They feel very like they're giving back in a situation most of them have been in themselves where maybe they didn't have a support person, and they're like, hey, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
We can, I wish somebody would have been there when my husband died and could kind of show me the ropes and walk me through the process.
Right. This is your only fundraiser for this program, the Zombie Ball.
Yes, we do one fundraiser a year, and it's our 4th annual, and it's a work in progress. This year we've come up with the Zombie Ball, and we think that's a great idea to try and get everybody at one event at the end of the evening after the cemetery tour, and continue our celebration there.
Cool. And so where can people go get tickets or more details if they're looking for info?
So the tickets are on summitcountyco.gov/zombie, and you can purchase them there, and it's through an Eventbrite ticket site, so you can also just go directly to Eventbrite and purchase your tickets there.
Awesome. Let's see, anything else to add about the event or the Survivor Support Program, Regan?
Well, I would just encourage everyone to come on out and support our community, because you never know when you or your loved ones or a friend or a neighbor are going to need our services. Death is unexpected, and it hits all of us by surprise usually, and just a little help along the way can always be used. We do have a good silent auction. We've got some great prizes out there already. We've got Keystone Golf for a foursome, a fishing trip for 4 on Lake Dillon, an A-Basin ski pass. Many of the local breweries have donated a year growler with refills, and lots of health and beauty and restaurants certificates up for bid also. So come on out and support the Survivor Support Services through the Summit County Coroner's Office. Join us at the Zombie Ball.
All right, so really fun way to celebrate Halloween and also to support our community.
Support our community, yes.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming in today, Regan, and thanks so much for your work in providing this great program in our community.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about the 2019 election.